this when I started reading the Bible. As you guys that have been following this channel know, I've been on my journey with the Bible. I've been reading every single day now for almost 3 months, and I've actually almost finished the entire New Testament. I'm getting to the end now. And in the first book of the New Testament, it's called Matthew. There's a section in there, I think it's Matthew 6:33. And it talks about, how you shouldn't worry for food and clothes and shelter, that God has got you under control. I actually talked about that in a previous video. But what it says at the end of that chapter is the thing that I want to talk about today. It says, we should not worry for food, clothes, and shelter. It says, seek first his kingdom, and these things shall be given unto you. Maybe I misquoted it, but that message is so powerful. And the first time that I heard it, it really stuck with me. It's basically saying that if you put God first, everything that you want will come after. Now, that might not always be the case, because you might want some worldly garbage, like a bunch of girls, or some bad relationships, or some material items, or whatever. But when it comes to the things that you actually want to have as a human, like success and health and happiness and love, I found that as I've put in God first, it's been 10 times easier to get those things. But what does it mean to put God first? That was the question that I asked myself when I read this chapter of the book, because it's a very deep question. Maybe I'm not going to give the real answer, but I'm going to tell you what my answer was. I'm going to tell you what that means in my life. In that first hour of the day, you can decide however you want the rest of your day to go. If you start your day and the first thing you do is get on Instagram, you spend an hour there, and then you get up and then you're rushing to get dressed, brush your teeth, put clothes on, get in your car, commute to a job that you don't like, listen to really aggressive rap music in the car on the way over there, and then you get to work and you're angry at your coworkers and your boss. Like, this whole day is dictated by the thing that you did in the beginning. I've never been a big morning routine guy, even though I've had a somewhat successful career. I've never been the 6 a.m. guy, wake up, go run and cold plunge and meditate and pray and all that. But I have a morning routine now, and it starts with God. And it's actually the entire morning routine. I wake up. I don't have a time that I wake up every day. I wake up maybe 8, 8:30, sometimes even 9.
That's right, chat. As soon as I get up, I read my Bible, get the thoughts of God in my mindset, and then that way you start your morning off in a way that you need to.
I might get on my phone 5-10 minutes just to see what's going on. And then the first thing that I do when I get out of bed is I go to my kitchen, I make a little coffee, and I read the book. And I read my Bible. I might only read 2 pages on some days. Some days I might read 4 or 5 pages. But this is how I start every single day. When I finish reading, I'll say a little prayer for the day. I'll pray for my family, my friends. I pray for gratitude. I thank God for his word. And guys, I got no reason to lie to you. There's no incentive for me to lie to you about this. Since implementing this simple daily practice into my life, miracles have happened. Genuine miracles have happened in my life. I was doing a business model for the last year and a half that I knew was a good financial opportunity, but deep down inside it wasn't 100% aligned with me. It was like info marketing and selling courses, which, if you guys know my main channel, you guys know that I'm in a very unique position to do that. I have almost more subscribers than anybody else about making money online. So for me to build a business selling expensive courses is an opportunity for me to make $30 to $50 million or more. And I did. As I'm growing, I've grown this business now to over $3 million, to $2.5 million in sales in just a couple of months. But as I'm growing it, I was not really aligned with it. I wasn't connecting with it. And it bothered me. And I prayed about it, and I prayed about it, and I prayed about it. And you know what happened last month? God presented me an opportunity to do a much more aligned business. God gave me an opportunity to take all my training and put it for free. there's a company now that we're partnered with that pays us for every single person that we bring on board to our training. So now I get to give away my training for free, and I get to help out my audience and still make a great living for it. Funny enough, actually, we end up making more money doing it this way without having to, ask people to give us their last $1,000 to $2,000 or whatever it might be. That's a miracle in my eyes. And I didn't ask for it, it just happened. I've had team members on my staff that I was not happy with. People that were just genuinely unperforming. And I'm talking C-suite people. Like, C-suite means leadership team. People that are at the top of the game. People that were just absolutely destroying my company. And I was praying about it because I'm not really much of a CEO type of guy. I'm a creative guy. I'm a marketing guy. I'm an artist. I like to make the videos that get millions of views that sell the product, but I don't like to run the ins and outs of the company. And I had a team that was doing that very poorly. And man, I just prayed and I prayed to God about it, and I just stayed on my journey. And after a year of running with this team, I get followed by this random person, not even 2 months ago. And this guy has done almost $100 million in revenue himself. And he just blindly reached out to me and said, "Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing?" I said, "Hey, what's up?" We got in one phone call. And I'm like, this is my guy. I fired my other leadership team. I brought him on board. And in this short time span that I've been working with my new business partner, the entire trajectory of my company has shifted completely. I didn't look for him. I didn't claw tooth and nail through thousands of listings trying to find this leadership guy. He was brought to me. And funny enough, he's a believer as well. God works in mysterious ways, and I'm just sharing my testimony in this instance so you can understand that profound things can happen when you put God first. And I've only talked to you guys about the worldly things that have happened to me, but I have not talked to you about the spiritual things that have happened to me. I'm at peace. Maybe for the first time in a long time, I have genuine peace in my heart. I have energy. I'm excited to live my life. And I'm excited to go on my journey with Christ and to build a business that is aligned with my soul so I can help millions of people. I'm excited to create content again. I feel like for a while I didn't have anything to say, or I was repeating the same stuff over and over and over again. But now I've got a new message to share, and it almost feels like my most powerful message to date. And that excites me. It satisfies my soul, as Bob Marley would say. And the synchronicity is crazy because, now I see my mom, my dad, my sister, they're all going to church. They're all in their Bible. I took my wife to church for the first time. She had never been to a Christian church. My friends are coming to Christ. It's just a very special time, and coincidentally, the pendulum swung once I made the decision to put God first in my life. So let's tie this whole video together. Profound things can happen once you begin to put God first in your life. Don't do it the other way around. It's like doing life on hard mode. Seek first his kingdom, and all these things will be given unto you. That is what the Bible says, so I'm gonna listen to the Bible. The other thing that I want to add is that putting God first is not hard. At first I thought it was hard, but it's not hard. I think it says somewhere in the Bible, like, my yoke is light and my burden is few, or something like that. Like to carry Jesus with you is not like a heavy thing. Like, it actually is a light thing.
Jesus said, "My burden is light and my yoke is easy."
To carry. So don't be scared by it. And yeah, I just shared my testimony of what's been happening in my life. So let that be motivation for you to go on that journey. Seeking God first can be as simple as just starting your day off with 5-10 minutes of reading and a little prayer, but do it before you get into the chaos of the day, because once that happens,
I mean, just being able to wake up and actually seeking God and pray and have faith to even know that He's going to start your morning with is what's from us. So we have to keep that in mind. Always make sure that you do start your morning off either reading a Bible, starting meditation and prayer, because it actually does get your day or your morning structured.
good luck, brother or sister. Guys, I love you all. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe. We're trying to get this channel to 100K this year. I'm here in beautiful Amsterdam right now, so I'm gonna be making some more videos over here on my Europe trip. And yeah, I believe in you guys. I wish you all the best. God bless every single one of you. I'll see y'all in the
Jwelch, man, for sure. So with that being said, always make sure you keep in God first. Try to align. Sometimes, we try to chase the money, we try to chase the riches as quick as possible, and we don't prioritize Him enough. So that is the goal: is to prioritize God first, and then everything else will pretty much be added onto us. Less friction, if that makes sense. So with that being said, guys,